All right, this is a story that's going under the radar, and what's going on with George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, Rayshawn Reed, and a lot of this, brutality towards and racism towards blacks has prompted everybody to tell their story, and that usually happens. One story come out about somebody, and somebody else got a story, and the floodgates open, and now the fingers is starting to get pointed at the Iowa Hawkeyes football program. And one of the players that play for Chicago Bears, I'll put the article link in the description. You want to check them out. He says that Iowa, basically needs to change how they treat black players in their program. But let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Check our college sports playlist for more college sports videos, especially when that basketball and football get kicked off. We got you covered. But yeah, this current Chicago Bears say that the program is to treat black players wrong, and a lot of black players stepped up and co-signed what he said. And the fingers is getting pointed at their strength and conditioning coach. He's been there just as long as Kirk Ferentz, and if you didn't know, the head coach at Iowa, Kirk Ferentz, is the longest tenure FBS college football coach out there at 21 years straight. So he's had offers to go to other programs, and I believe to do things at the pro level as well too. But the strength and conditioning coach, which is the highest paid in the country, basically told one player that you should try rowing. Oh, black people don't row and they scared of water. One player also said that he was told to call him to the coach's office to cover up his tattoos while he had his tank top on. And they just say the dude, Chris Doyle and some of the, coaches there is just racist against black, and they tried. One player deleted this comment. He went to the draft this year from Iowa 1 year earlier. He says that we had to conform to white culture. So what that basically means is that they couldn't act themselves. They had to act white. All right, they had to act white to appease and please, and make the coaches feel comfortable. And I'm not sure if they got that vibe when they went on a recruiting trip, or where they hoodwinked when they got there. That's the question. But this dude is basically saying that the change got to start with getting him fired. And obviously, this is going to be former players, because what you got to understand is that your scholarship is not promised. And even if you do transfer, they probably going to blacklist your name or whitelist your name in the college ranks. So you wonder why current players didn't speak up and say nothing about it. It's because they didn't want to lose their opportunity at getting an education and going to the league, or whatever that situation may be. So that's very, 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 unfortunate that these players can't feel comfortable, and be themselves for Iowa. But in my opinion, what you think Iowa was about? Iowa was probably majority white. You know what I'm saying? You should come in with that mindset that if I do have other offers, that I got to think about Iowa being racist, no matter how comfortable I feel when I get there. People do that. It's like a relationship. You woo a woman, or if you're a woman, you woo a man, and then when you got them deep in a relationship, you really show your true colors. So like I said before, a lot of people, they go in there with a positive mindset that everything gonna be okay, and these people ain't this, that, and the third. And a lot of times you gotta go in there and you gotta with your high guard up. You're going to Iowa. Ain't too many black people in Iowa. Maybe in Ames and maybe in Iowa City, but it's majority white. So what did you think? These people who ain't never been to the hood, maybe to recruit a player or two, but they ain't never been to the hood. And Chris Doyle deserved to be fired. He's suspended probably with pay right now, but he deserved to be fired. Straight up and down. And now that this has opened the floodgates, now everybody gonna have a story. To me, this is worse than football teams paying players to play. To me, this is worse than what SMU did. The one kid said, I had to conform to white culture. Do you know how deep that is? For him just to be able to survive and get an education and possibly get a chance to go to the NFL, he had to act white. He had to please the white people there. He had to cover his tattoos up. He probably had to talk properly, walk a certain way, carry yourself a certain way, and that's not cool. That's not cool. The NCAA need to open up investigation, and they defended Kirk Ferentz, saying that he gets it, but his coaching staff don't. But you just as good as the company you keep. And there's been a lot of football coaches that's been fired and claiming they didn't know what's going on in their program. They didn't know a recruiting violation was going on. They didn't know somebody somebody got into a fight with Urban Meyer. What they did was Jim Trissel. They didn't know about the paying for tattoos or whatever was going on. Urban Myers got suspended before he got let go at Ohio State, before he stepped down to Ohio State. So this is way more serious than that. This is way more serious than that. Kirk Ferentz probably need to be fired. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if he was involved or not. You knew what's going on in your program. You know what's going on. And if you run with if you a wolf, you run with wolves. If you a killer, you usually run with killers. You a drug dealer, you run with drug dealers. You know what I'm saying? You a millionaire, you probably hang with millionaires and multimillionaires. And if you're racist, you probably roll with racists. I would like to know the percentage of black people that's on Kirk Ferentz's staff. How many black people do he got on his staff? But if I got to conform to white culture, that's telling me that he don't have a lot of black prominent coaches on his staff. Maybe a couple graduate assistants. You know what I'm saying? So if his coaching staff and his long guy that been here, his strength and conditioning coach, that been here 21 years and they that close, you think Kirk Ferentz ain't a closet racist? You out your mind. You out your rabbit ass mind. Birds of a feather flock together. If your girlfriend rolling with 3 other girls, that's cheating, that's hoeing, and that's tricking, please believe, man, that ain't your girlfriend. She belonged to the streets in my future voice. You know what I'm saying? And people say, well, why not? They speaking up. Obviously, everybody getting brave. Look at the NFL players. They've been cowards for years. I'm not just talking about Kaepernick. They've been cowards off the strength of they didn't even step up for their pay. If you're not going to step up for your pay, if you're not going to voice your opinion to get paid and get benefits, so your child will have benefits when you retire, so the old timers can retire in nice retirement homes and nice properties, if you're not going to speak up for your pay, I don't expect you to speak up for racial equality only when it's cool. And it's cool right now. Everybody's saying Black Lives Matter. Everybody feel that they got to say it, not so they won't get painted as a racist. A lot of these dudes are like, shit, I better say this or they gonna call me a racist, knowing that they racist. Now you got some, out here that just don't care. But for me, if the majority of Kirk Ferentz staff is white and they mistreating the players and the players say, I have to conform to being white. You think that man really care about those black players? I don't even care if he played a role. Like the player said, well, he gets it. And then Kirk Ferentz makes this statement saying that I wish they would have came to me first, but I do understand. I guarantee you somebody came to voice their opinion. And they also said if they didn't conform or they didn't, act right or act white, they would lose playing time. So they holding playing time over their head. They need to be investigated. You know how the feds is investigating those Oklahoma State and those basketball programs? NCAA needs to open up investigation on Iowa. You know what I'm saying? They really do. And he said, well, I didn't know this was going on. How do you not know? You've been there 21 years. And not one player came to you and told you that he feels uncomfortable. Come on. So, like I keep saying, man, I'm sorry to restart, but like I keep saying with this whole situation, man, he definitely knew what was going on. They need to be investigated, man. And, a lot of people going to have their different opinions about it. Some people going to defend him and say he didn't know. He knew. You know what I'm saying? Some players might come and defend him because he was a good coach. But like I said, birds of a feather flock together, man. For a student to come out there and say, and I put this article in the description, I had to conform to being right just to be able to get playing time, just to be able to stay in the university. It's crazy. And people say, well, why they don't go nowhere else? Remember, when you enter the transfer pool, they probably do recommendations. And they can also stop you from transferring and just sit you on the bench. You know what I'm saying? This is, scholarships is on a year-to-year thing. But you just can't leave without permission. You just can't break the scholarship without permission. They can get rid of you when they want to get rid of you. But you can't leave when you want to leave. And that's the big thing about it, man. So, a lot of people going to say, you know what, man, you overreacting, you being sensitive. They said they always tell that to black people, man, when they say, we come up with an issue and it's always who cares. It's always, oh, y'all deal with it and stuff of that nature. But, these players are basically being traumatized, man. And it is no, you can't get mad at them, for voicing their opinion. You can't get mad at them for probably not liking white people and hating white people after this experience. And you also wonder, how did the white players treat them as well too? That's what you wonder. How was the white players treating them? Was any white players that voiced their opinion? But what it sounds like, Kirk Ferentz needed some diversity in his program. And I would hate to see a dude that I have a lot of respect for in the Big Ten lose his job. I wouldn't hate to see him lose a job like this. He deserved to be fired off this one. In the Iowa Hawkeyes program, they need a lot of changes in it. They need a lot of color. Not saying the head coach need to be black or the athletic director, AD, need to be black. But to be honest, if they want to keep getting black recruits and black players to come there and ball out, I believe that they need some diversity in their coaching staff. You know what I'm saying? But for him to sit here and make a statement and say, I wish they came to me first, I'm pretty sure it's been players, maybe not prominent players, over the test of time that's came to you over your 21-year tenure and told you about Chris Doyle and told you about some of your other coaching staff. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he don't have an open doors policy, maybe hard to get to, but he knew what was going on. You know what type of player, what type of coaches that you hire in your staff, and you know that some of them dudes is racist. So I don't give him no pass. I think it should be a call to action for him to fire him. But I want to know what some of the other dudes over his tenure have to say that's been black. Adrian Claiborne played there. He was with the Falcons not too long ago. I would like to know what Desmond King, he from Detroit, got to say. Noah Fant, that's with the Denver Broncos, what he got to say. They got more stronger voices because they were more prominent NFL players. I would like to see what they have to say. Tristan Wirfs, that went in the first round this year, what they got to say about Kirk Ferentz in his franchise, you know what I'm saying, or in this program. But I think he deserved to be fired with a pending investigation. These are serious allegations. And not just Chris Doyle need to be suspended. He need to be fired, man, too. And they need to get some diversity. Bare minimum, they do keep for Kirk Ferentz. He need to hire some black people to make black recruits more comfortable. But also, a lot of black recruits need to refuse to go to Iowa. You know what I'm saying? Until they make a change and the culture starts to change there as well, too. But hey, it's Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App, PayPal in the description. Best way to donate, share the video. All my social media links in the description and our Facebook group in the description as well. Just click the link and take you right there. We go.